Okay, good morning, leaders. So, are you able to hear my voice? Just you can confirm with me if you are able to hear my voice so that we can get started. Just comment 1, 2 if you can hear my voice. Okay, great. Good morning once again, leaders. Good morning. Okay, leader, you help me control the slides. They are not a lot, just to be a little bit quick and so that we can proceed. Wow, thank you so much, leader. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, I actually almost, I would say, not really forget. I didn't really prepare the presentation on time, but I just came up with something that I believe is very much important. Yeah. So today I know just want to share on it's more like a metaphor, I would say, but it's just want to help you understand on how you can use it in terms of whether you're in business, any kind of business, or in network marketing, as in we are in network marketing. Okay, so we are going to get started as quickly as possible. Want to know, understand what it means, what I meant when I said giving birth is easier than raising the dead, and how can we use it in our own business, and how can we use it to make ourselves not to be running out of energy. Okay, so leader, you help me control the slides so that we can be fast. Yeah. So the big idea about that is, you need to consider like giving birth as in finding new people. As a business person, as a business owner, you need to be constantly having constant. If it's network marketing, you need to be finding new prospects every day. It's one of the a very essential first step when if you want to be successful in network marketing. It's finding new prospects and also recruiting new team members. If you're not maybe in network marketing, this would mean having having new customers coming up, potential customers coming up. That's what you need to consider as giving birth. Then raising the dead, you need to consider as in, there are those people who are not interested in the business. Yes, maybe they came into your shop, or maybe they came in your inbox, they asked about the product, but they are not showing so much interest. Those now you keep on following those people, trying to educate them, even if they are not so active. Maybe they've been even leaving you on scene. Maybe they have not been so responsive if it's to your email. Yeah, those people, we are considering them, they are dead, I would say, or they are not they are not active. It's so difficult to get those people to be more active, or to be interested again, or to get them motivated. So we are considering those people as being dead. The key lesson here is to making sure that you focus on your energy, like you focus your energy on people who are willing, and not those people who are so resistant. You don't necessarily need to go and keep on pushing the wall knowing that it will not move. You need to making sure that you focus where it's much easier. Yes. So that's the big idea about this. So now how can you now apply this into net prospecting? It's very much easier to find prospects than those ones that are like they don't respond. Most of the times you find that we spend so much time waiting for those people maybe to join our business, waiting for those people to be interested again, just because we don't want they showed interest, or maybe they were so friendly. Let's say when you're talked to them, you felt like, wow, this will be the one, this person, I'm sure this person is going to join your business. But after some time, they are not so responsive. Maybe they've been giving you excuses after excuses. That one, it's very difficult to get those people to sign up. Instead of that, you need to focus your energy on finding new people. That way it will be much easier. You won't feel more frustrated, because if you are actually having a lot of people that are actually coming in to ask about the business, or that you are sharing the opportunity to on a daily basis, those people were not showing interest, you won't even notice them that they've been giving you too much pressure, or they are not joining, because you have already focused on things, or other things that are not draining you. Yeah. So what that means, you don't have to beg them or chase them. Those people, you don't have to chase them or keep on begging them. Once you do that, they will actually have that sense, they will start sensing that desperation in you. And those people will even be more dead if they were alive. If they were in intensive care, those people will definitely going to die if you keep on pushing them. You need to give them time to recover as well, so that that period when they are recovering, you are busy finding new people to come into your business. Okay, so all you need to do is you can just be checking up on them and share more value and move on as quickly as possible. You need to understand that in the business, in any business, some people will come and buy the products, some will never buy the products, but some will be constantly be in your inbox asking how much it is for years, and they will not buy the products, because that's just how the business works. I don't know why it is like that, but that's how it is. Some will buy the product, some will won't. So there's nothing really you can do about that. You just need to move on to the next one, because that's how it works. Yeah, you need to be constantly having new people coming into your business. Those people there that are knowing more about the product, about the business. So you need to be constantly prospecting. This is the foundation of our business, as in network marketing or any other. You need to making sure that more people are able to see what you are doing. New people every day. Yeah, that how you can use this. You don't have to really be focusing on making sure that they come back, or maybe they showed a little bit of interest, then you want them, you're so eager to come to go, you are busy in their inbox, maybe you're busy calling them, maybe they've stopped even picking calls. That's the reason mostly people stop picking calls, because they've sensed, they've already felt that you are desperately, like as if you are begging them. All you have to do is share the opportunity, move on, and go on and give more birth to new prospects. Yeah, that is why you need to do only prospecting. Sorry. Then when it comes to team building, you need to consider those people. Yeah, we say out of when you're looking for that 5 key people, we say you need to have at least from 5 people, you get to have at least one key person, which means it definitely, if you need to have that 5 key people for level recommends, you need to have at least 25 people in your team. So what that means, let's say maybe for someone who is just starting the business, and maybe you just have few people in your team, you find it like despite when they started the business, they were so excited, they were doing activities, everything, but then after just some time, you find that they started making excuses. Maybe they're saying, no, I'm having other project, I'm having that, I'm having church programs, I'm having school, family, work, a lot of excuses that you find that your team is making when you're trying to help them achieve their goals. Despite it being their goals, they are still not giving that vibe or energy. So you need to keep on working with the willing. It's easy. Those, and also making sure that you're having new team members. Working with the willing, it's very, very much easier because it will make your energy, you will save your energy. Yeah, and it will help build the momentum, especially when you are having fresh recruits, because these people, after some time, they get used to the system and they feel like the system is boring and it's frustrating, especially when they get a lot of no's, because that's where things get weird. When you hear a lot of no's, trust me, the energy starts to go down. Yeah, but now, in to making sure that those people, once they stop so responding and they are not working towards their goals, you need to bring in more people that are willing to work for their goals while they are still fresh. Just if what I'm saying is making sense, you can put some fire in the comment just to know if you are listening. Yeah, just so that I just know that I'm talking to people and they are relating to what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's what giving birth means, and raising the dead. Because if the person is dead, trust me, you can't. It's so difficult. They will actually feel like you depend on them, especially the team. If you constantly going to there asking them when they are not doing activities, they will definitely start thinking maybe he's just doing it as for his own good or for our own good. So you need to making sure that you have more people coming into the business, and that way your team will even be thinking, okay, I'm going to be replaced very soon, so I need to prove myself worthy of being followed up. Yeah, that's the spirit that you need to have, because the team is also draining at some point when you have a few people and they are not so doing well. Now you constantly going to be talking to them. Yeah, that's very dangerous. Yeah, so that's another thing that you need to help them. They need to have responsibility when they join the business, and you give they recruit as quickly as possible. They will have people that will be looking up to them, so that way you'll be able to help them uh, get started with more life, because they will be afraid. They will be like, you know what, I brought these two people or one people or three people into the business, and these people are looking up to me as their leader, so I need to making sure that I do my best. Yeah, that way they will stay active and they will not be dead, and you won't have to be bothering them or trying to raise them again. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, and it's also much easier to even recruit new people into the business rather than trying to make someone who's been dormant for some years and to bring them back into the business. You don't have to bother. They made a decision, they signed up, they got that start your journey pack. All you have to do is get with the why they wanted to start the business. Have that list if you wrote them somewhere, so that after some time, then you can just go, maybe you can send them a picture of that. You say, you know what, after some time, I remember the time you wanted to start the business, you had these goals written down and this is what you wanted to achieve. You say, I'm just curious, is this still the things that you wanted? And or maybe did you really consider things that you are trying to really achieve? Do you give it a serious consideration on how that can change your life if you were to achieve them? Yeah, instead of going there asking them again, like, no, this is who you see, you need to do that, you need to do that. People only work when they feel like they are working. You don't need to push them very much. You just need to show them how they can do it, but then for them to do it, that's their personal decision. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how you can use that in terms of team building. Okay, then when it comes to sales, um, you need to focus on open doors. What I mean is, um, you need to educate people who are willing to learn. When you are selling the products, what we do is education and understanding, which means we share the product's benefits and what is in there for the customers. So educating customers is very difficult when the person is not interested, or maybe they showed a bit of interest and they didn't. uh, after some time after some time they stop responding, because for people who are using social media ads like Facebook, and people are coming into your inbox, not everyone is going to be active. Like others, even if they receive that welcome message, they will not reply to it. That's it. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. Even if they come to your inbox, some will not reply, some will reply, and some even buy instantly just by giving them the first information. Yeah, so all you have to do is focus on those that are active. When those people that are not responding, you just need to consider as the 50% that are not supposed to buy. We say in sales, we say 50% of people that comes in contact with your products, the 50% will not buy, 50% they are the one who will buy. And also out of those 50%, others will not buy instantly. So always you need to make sure that you focus on those that are able to communicate. Yes, don't waste time convincing closed minds. You can't close someone who is already closed. You need to close someone who is open. So how you know that? They don't have to. They need to prove themselves to be worthy of educating. You know, you have a problem, they have the problem, you have the solution. So if they are not responding, it means they are not, they see that they don't have a problem, so you can't help them. So always you just need to keep on sharing stories. You need to share the results with those who are ready to listen. Yeah, not those people who are not. This is very much important, especially those using social media. Maybe if you're talking to them one on one, maybe yeah, that happens. You can, that one it's much easier. But for those using social media, this is the challenge everyone faces. Yeah, people come in your inbox, they stop responding. Some prospects even do that as well. Maybe you talk to them, you had even a coffee, you talk to them. I've had such experience where this lady, she was so open. We talked business. She was even saying, you know what, tomorrow morning I'm going to start the business. She even said, okay, let me register now, get my ID. And starting the following day, she disappeared for good. And since then she has never really picked up my call. I was so curious. I don't even know the reason why she did that. She just disappeared, stopped picking calls and that those things happen, and it will keep happening because it's part of the business. Yeah, so you don't necessarily need to constantly going in knock 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 knock. Yeah, yes, you can follow up 3 4 5 times. Yeah, but not forever. Yeah, not forever. You need to create a space between follow-ups if the person is not so responsive. You can follow up on a person in a friendly way, maybe if they've agreed that you can check up on them just to know how they are doing, but not to force them to start the business. In business, we find solutions and we solve problems. So you need to just make sure as you are communicating, you make it so friendly that they don't have to sound more, you don't have to sound more like you are just looking for the money. That way that way it will be much easier. It will be much easier. Yes, you need to be more friendly. Yeah, in short, for you to avoid this thing of making sure that you don't kill them, because sometimes we find that it's our only responsibility that we didn't just prepare them or in a good way to an extent where they are dead. You don't, once they are dead, you can't raise them. But if you keep them alive, then it will be much easier. What I mean by keeping them alive is by making sure that you are communicating in a friendly way where they don't feel pushed, where they don't feel like you're just there to make them join or to sell them something. Yeah. Yeah, but regardless of what you can do, some will still be that way. Some will not be responding. Yeah. Those are things that you just have to accept that this will happen and there's nothing you can really do about it. It's part of the business. Okay, so now how can you use this same thing now in terms of your mindset? So when it comes to your mind, success is about sowing seeds. We are more like farmers. We are in our business, we are more like farmers. Every day you need to be planting new seeds. You need to have people to talk to. Then from there you need to making sure that you don't just plant a seed and leave it on its own and say, you know what, I'll come and reap the fruits after a few years, even if it's in a dry soil. That doesn't work. When you plant a seed, you need to take care of it. You need to remove weed. Maybe that I would put it in terms of helping them remove fears, because when someone comes to buy a product or is interested in the business, yes, that's a seed. They have interest in that there is a seed you've planted. Now though they have fears about maybe the fear of selling, fear of bothering other people, um, fear of not product not working. So as a business owner, it's your duty now to making sure that you make the plant grows in an environment where you create an environment where the seed is able to germinate and grow. Yeah, it's very, very much important. That is a business owner's responsibility, creating that environment. Yes, one which will help them remove the fear of selling, the fear of bothering people when they join the business, and also for customers, the fear of having that negative mindset about the products. Some customers don't just believe in the products; they don't even believe in themselves that any product would work. Mostly we face customers that have been suffering chronic diseases for years, and maybe they've even told from the hospital that there is no cure for this. Yes, they might say there is no cure for this, but the body has its own ability to survive, which means that doesn't remove completely and put the equation to zero that you 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 are gone for good. So you need to help them remove those fears and believe in themselves. And to do that, you have to create an environment where they are willing to be open, because that person who has such kind of information, I would say they are almost dying. So raising them back, it's difficult, especially if they heard it from someone they trust. Yeah. Well, yeah. So don't get stuck watering the barren soil. Okay, you need to make sure there is a seed. Yeah, always you need to have like, okay, you need to know, hey, what I'm watering here is something worth doing it. Because if a tree is dead and you keep watering it, no matter how many drums of water, you can, how many liters, it will still be dry. It will not grow fruits. So always you need to making sure that, okay, whatever I'm doing here, whatever I'm watering here, whatever I'm protecting, there is a still potential. Yeah. Yeah. Every new day is like a new opportunity, so you need to keep going. You know, according to Brian Trace was saying, if you were only to be given, like, for every no that you say, I mean, for every rejection that you're going to get, you be getting paid. Everyone will do it. Like, go out there, talk to people about this product, and making sure that everyone says no, despite not everyone is going to say no. Yes, you can have some no's, but definitely you're going to get a yes, someone to buy the product. They tell you, okay, this product, explain it to 10 people, and if you'll be getting paid for everyone who says no. Which means by the time you are reaching to 10 people, someone will say yes. So, meaning, what I'm trying to say is, you need to keep going. You need to be talking to new people. Whether you have a no, a yes, keep going. Your job is to keep planting seeds. And as a farmer, one thing that you need to have in mind is, you don't just plant 3, 4 seeds and depend on them. Remember, there is wind, there are insects, there are a lot of things that are out there to destroy your plants. So even in business, it's not like you'll be monitoring them from home, where you've put a CCTV camera at home to see what they are doing, or where they are working, who they are talking to. Wherever they go, they are facing a lot of information. So all those information can either destroy them or build them. So it's not your job to make sure, or they to avoid that. You just need to make sure that you have as many seeds as possible, so that you don't necessarily need to starve when other seeds are dead. Yeah, that way to be much easier. Yeah. Imagine a farmer who just plants 5 seeds and depend on them when go to sleep and say, you know what, I'm already successful. My seeds are already growing. Yeah. They plant thousands and thousands, so that when, even if 100 gets it damaged, there will still be more remaining. And that's what you need to do. Yeah. So you need to keep moving forward. Yes. So this is what I just thought of sharing with you, leaders. And I don't know if you have any more questions about or any contribution about today's topic. Yeah, the only action steps that you need to take, making sure is you prospect daily. You need to focus on the fresh contacts. Identify the willing in your team, work with them. Yeah. Then also you need to make sure that you stop chasing dead prospects, because some prospects will be dead just like that. Keep your energy high with the positivity. Yeah. You need to make sure that they don't drain you. Energy is currency. Yeah, energy is currency. You need to make sure that you spend it on the right people. Yeah. So thank you so much, leader. And this is what I just said. This is what I can share to everyone. Yeah. The last quote that I can share with you: in this business, it's very much easier to give birth to new than to raise the dead. So focus on growth and not on resistance. Yeah. Don't go out there trying to resuscitate someone who is not working. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right, leader. Leader,